Hey, what's up guys? Jamie just doing a very quick video as usual. Bitcoin's really up, huh? So Bitcoin, I think the ETF got approved with NASDAQ now. The SEC has to approve it. What is Bitcoin at right now? Where is it? There it is. 62,000, almost 62,000. Whew, look at that. Well, that's crazy. Look at that bounce. All right. Anyway, obviously, as Bitcoin is driving the market, I would think, in a lot of ways. A lot of these other stocks. I was just showing, though, I sold all my Dogecoin. I mentioned that. I got some folks that weren't happy about it, not because they care about what I'm doing, just comments like, "Oh, you sold your Dogecoin." So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy more. I just didn't want to keep in Robinhood. That's all. So I converted the $3,000 I had or so in Dogecoin. I flipped it over to some option calls, long calls, right? LEAPS, and they're far out. And today I'm up a bit, right? I'm up. What is it? $300 overall, I think. So since I've done that, you can see. This past week since I've done it, I'm up $300, right? Roughly $300. Nothing crazy, but that money for me has just been kind of sitting there, like right around there in that 3,300 range. I'd gotten up to at one point like $4,000 or so, 4,200. So I was up $1,600. But I just feel like I'm going to do better with these option calls, and they're not 2-week calls. They're like a year out, some longer than that, and the VUZI ones are a little bit shorter than that. But that's because I think it's going to spike up faster, and I'm hoping to get out of that quicker. But I have two of these. One is January, so it's a few months out, and the other one is in April 2022. And they're cheap, $180. One of them cost me, the other one was like about the same. So they're down right now, but I'm predicting that it will go up, and I'll make a few $100 with those. So that's it. My goal is to make a few grand, and if I can get, again, I always say my goal is 20 to 40%. If I do better than that, fantastic, and then just kind of keep growing it. So the Robinhood one, I don't have a lot of faith today in Robinhood, but some people have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or over $1 million. I right now I want to keep less than 10 grand in there, and if I grow this little $3,000 back to 10, we'll see. But other than that, for me, I'm watching. I keep accumulating certain shares like Lucid. My goal is to have 100 shares of Lucid, and to sell calls and puts with those, and that's it. I like to add to that one. And you could pick your own, of course. Shib, for example, my goal is to have 1 billion shares, but right now I have a couple 100 million between me and my wife. I just maybe I'll do a video later about it's called Shibaswap, and I was just messing around with that. Oh, I guess I gotta go to Google. So if I go to Google here, and you put in Shibaswap, my wife was asking me about it. I say, hey, I made some money with this thing. And then when it came down to actually implementing, she's like, it's too complicated. So I had to figure it out. There's lots of options, lots of liquidity pools and staking options if you're probably already doing it. In this one, then Shibaswap, you can connect your wallet. I have a MetaMask wallet on my phone. And basically, I'm not going to get into this whole thing, but you can basically stake your tokens, right? So if you go here, stake tokens, it tells you your APY. If you stake Shib, for example, so if you have 1 million Shib tokens, or 1,000, or 1 billion, whatever you have, and you're just kind of riding the ups and downs, not really taking anything. You could bury it in here for some months, 6 months. And you'll get a percentage back and add to that, and I think you can earn rewards. So let me get this out of here. So down here, I think I converted 50 million SHIB into bone, right? So I'm gonna see if it says anything today. So today it doesn't say anything. So I buried 760 bones, which were from 50 million SHIBs or so. And I'm just gonna see how this goes. I wanna see what I get back from that. I'm planning to leave it in there for 6 months and see what that turns into. So I'm just kind of documenting really quick, just to show my experience as I kind of mess around with this stuff. So this was 50 million Shiba tokens of the 200 million that we own, and we converted 50 million into 760 bone. I don't know if it's going to create more bone, and each bone is worth, $1.50 to $1.60 right now. I mean, it could go up, it could go down. At one point it was worth, I think, 10, 15 bucks. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to leave it in there and see what my return is on that after a week, after a month. And, maybe I'll come back to that just to show Shibaswap. But wanted to mention that, and I wanted to mention the options because of the friends and family and people I talk to that ask me about what I know about options. I don't know much. I know that I've had horrible luck with the 2-week option, calls, or puts. They just never really work out for me. So these, with the volatility, some are up. I'd like to spread them out, so I have several different ones, and some will be up, some will be down, but hopefully I'll average up for the day. Like today, I am up over $100. At one point, it was up to 300. I don't really think too much about it because at the end of the day, I want to average where my $300 becomes $4,300 or $5,300, and then cycle it, and that's it. And that's just like one little spinning plate that I have of of the diversification of putting this money into that. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys are having a good start to your week as we roll through October, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.